We've learned a lot more since the day Brian Carroll was seen on security video walking into UK hospital with body armor and loaded guns. As he left, UK police were waiting for him, rushing and tackling the 44-year-old to the ground after Versailles police tipped them off he was going there to see his mother and was likely armed and dangerous. Inside his car, they found more loaded guns plus explosives. What they recovered outside the hospital here is just a drop in the bucket compared to what the feds and bomb techs found at Carroll's home in Versailles. According to this federal search warrant, the home was packed with homemade bomb-making materials that could have been disastrous. The fine print list runs a page and a half long. It includes guns, electronics, a Department of Army manual on explosives and demolition, plus several hundred rounds of ammo, along with fuel, fireworks, and mortars. After Carroll's arrest, ATF and FBI agents asked him about possible devices or other dangerous items at the home. In this affidavit, it states Carroll told them, "There's places to be concerned. Maybe I should go there if you don't want anyone to get hurt," end quote. He said in a freezer there was 25 pounds of an explosive. For 3 days, the ATF, FBI, and other police agencies conducted a tedious search of Carroll's home, inside and out, safely detonating some devices on site. Several nearby homes were evacuated, and for good reason. Multiple sources tell us, given all that was found, people could have gotten hurt had the materials exploded. Woodford County's EMS director credits local, state, and federal authorities for carrying out a well-organized plan of action.
We had no incidents whatsoever. Nobody was hurt from start to finish, and we are very thankful for that.
From court documents we've learned, a month before his arrest, Carroll was on the radar of Versailles police. This affidavit states on February 27th, a relative told an officer Carroll tried to choke and strangle her after she found his parents living in poor conditions. The relative told police Carroll threatened to kill everyone, including the police, if she reported him.
Mr. Carroll, you are on for arraignment.
Since his arrest, Carroll remains locked up in the Fayette County Jail on state charges, including fleeing and evading police and use of a weapon of mass destruction. He's pled not guilty and could soon face federal charges. Neighbors we've talked to say they had no idea what Carroll was allegedly stockpiling. Many say they're just thankful no one was hurt.
To see authorities rush in and take care of the situation the way they did, it was amazing.
Beyond shocking. My goodness. What goes into a home search like this when you've got all this potentially devastatingly dangerous material? I'll tell you what, Donald Schweitzer, if someone didn't make that call, we could be talking about a much different story if any of these weapons were put into action.
Yeah, Vinny, this guy was a ticking time bomb, pun intended. The officers that go into a house like this, they have to worry about the immediate safety of themselves and the people in the neighborhood. So they have to evacuate the neighborhood. They have to handle explosives very carefully. And if you listen carefully to this video, it sounds like this guy was alluding to the fact he may have booby-trapped some of the stuff that was in there. So these officers had to tiptoe through there and be extremely careful. Not only that, but they have to be concerned about the public at large. What was he intending on doing? Of course, they're going to be looking at his social media. They'll be looking at his searches. But that's the problem, the real problem for law enforcement. In the long run, how do you keep track of an individual like this who appears to be a fanatic, that has something in his mind that is very dangerous, and he could act out at any time?